Yo, what's going on guys? Welcome back to my channel. My name is Nawa and today I am finally back from my 3-week long Asia trip. Now, if you haven't been following my socials, I made a 15-hour flight over to Japan and Hong Kong. With that being said, Japan has always been my dream destination. I've always adored all of the anime, the street food, culture, and of course the landmarks. I not only ate a lot of good food, but I nerd out on anime and indulge in the, of course, Japanese culture. Now, I have nothing but good things to say about Japan. I've always admired their aesthetics, their way of life, and of course, their discipline in life. Now, I'm not gonna sit here and tell you all about how culture shocked I was, but I didn't forget about you guys. I made plans to hit up Study AG, Spoon Type 1, and Assist. But unfortunately, the stars did not align for me for some of those destinations, and I only had time to go to A PIT Autobac. Now, if you don't know, A PIT Autobac is one of the largest JDM stores that Japan has to offer. They have multiple locations, and the one that I went to was located in Tokyo, which of course did not disappoint. One thing to note that if you were to make a trek to these car shops, they were located in the outskirts of Japan, and if you were to journey to any of these shops, make sure you plan ahead and maybe even call an Uber. Now, I want to first and foremost apologize for some of the orientation of the video. I was recording for my social media channel and also recording for YouTube as well. With that out of the way, upon arriving at A PIT, it was a giant complex that has multiple floors. Some cars that stood out to me was of course the Tesla Model Y. There isn't a big fan base for EV cars in Japan, but this one has some tasteful mods and was worth documenting. Now, the bottom floor was for servicing cars. There was a lot of customer cars that was already on the lot and being serviced. The second floor was the actual storefront. The second floor had a kids section where they sold books, cars, and other kid related accessories. They also had a Starbucks, and that Starbucks was well packed with people. It was an area where people could just hang out and study. And of course, aside from those two big section items, you have of course the JDM accessories. What you'll find there is of course a huge selection of Tommy car collectibles, Fierce RC cars, a Initial D section, and a huge selection of car magazines, some A PIT merch. But what really stood out for me was of course the official Raise replacement parts. Scavenging through these, I had to pick up these air caps since it was only $6 Canadian, but what I was really on the hunt for were the Ray lug nuts. After a long search and various conversation with some staff, I found the blue set and an orange set. Unfortunately, they didn't have the black ones that I was looking for, and they only had these two color choices, which wasn't really my first choice. With that being said, it was still priced at $200 Canadian, which didn't really push me over the edge to buy them right away. So long story short, I passed on these, and I kind of low-key regretted it coming back here, knowing that these could have just been bought at A PIT Autobac, being an official product, and not to worry about authenticity. Now on to the third and final floor. This was where the main attraction was. Upstairs was car parts heaven. They had a big range of steering wheels in stock for your driving needs. They had JDM wheels, bumpers, front aero add-ons, and a good selection of taillights. Some of the glass cases on the side had specific products, such as this Study AG BMW case. This gave me a slight glimpse of what Study has to offer, but unfortunately they didn't have any parts for the BMW E46. In the middle, they had a giant selection of Recaro seats. I was so tempted to sit on them, but they had a sign on it, and I think it said either ask for assistance or please do not sit. Some of these Recaro seats I really wanted to take home, but of course then again it would be impossible for me to bring it back to Toronto, or if so, shipping would have been really expensive. And finally, at the back section is where all the HKS parts were. Now in this HKS section, they offered parts for the GR Corolla, the GR Yaris, and the GR86. Looking at these parts, it really made me want to buy a JDM specific car since this scene is so big here. But of course, even though if I bought these parts, I wouldn't be able to bring it back here to Toronto. And on the side, they even had parts from Bliss, which is such a great company that offer aftermarket parts. Now, needless to say, I spent a good 1.5 hours in there just browsing and indulging in the cool parts that they had to offer. In the end, I walked away with a GR Corolla car and a GR Corolla GR Yaris magazine. And of course, not to forget the 2 sets of official Raise air caps. Now, if I was to go again, I would definitely try my best to visit another location. I really still want the Raise lug nuts in the black version, so if I was to go again, I would definitely go on a hunt for those and see if they have any in stock. So there you have it, guys. This was a very slight glimpse of what I did at Japan and my trip to A PIT Autobac. Like I said, I definitely want to go back if I was given the chance to. I for sure wanted to spend more time in there just to see what I could dig through and even try to buy additional JDM accessories to bring back home. Let me know in the comment section down below what you thought of this video and what you would have bought at this store. Now the weather here in Toronto is getting more and more sunny and more warm, and I have a lot of stuff in store for the BMW E46. Don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe to my channels. It really helps me in the long run. But until then, see you next time.